before we start this video, I want to give a big shout out to my KOG members of the month, Ryan McDonough, Blue Cat, and Run2127. You guys are all awesome, just saying. If you want your name here, consider hitting that join button for exclusive channel benefits. This is the score you can expect to receive with both decks. I just wanted to include this because I use replays instead of actual live duels. How's it going, guys? RNG Life here, and today the new Hassleberry event is here at the same time. Dude, I wanted to cover it just because I didn't want to leave it out. So yeah, he's actually bringing pretty decent cards. I've already gotten like 1 and 1 of each, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna be covering his new stuff. Then I'll show you guys 2 different farm decks that I was using, because the standard farm deck for this that people usually use, like YuGiOh, probably won't be as consistent this time yet, because I've tried YuGiOh like twice and he OTK'd me every single time. So yeah, I can't recommend YuGiOh. You could probably get away with maybe a sneaky win with YuGiOh, but it's not super consistent. So let's go ahead and show off what I'm using, and yes, that's kind of like a little hint to what I'm going to be using for one of them. But yeah, let's talk about his rewards real quick. He's got Evo-Diversity, which is a really interesting card, and it could possibly add some power to Evos finally. But yeah, this card says add 1 Evil tile or Evil Sar monster from your deck to your hand, and you can only activate this card once per turn. Literally a free search for those cards, meaning your deck, instead of being a 20 card deck, could be a possible 17 card deck if you're running this at 3. So very nice. It adds a lot of consistency. I think it's pretty cool, especially to add those evil tiles so you can potentially use them, tribute them, summon from the deck. Adding Evil Sar is probably not the best in an Evil Sar deck, but maybe you can find a use for it. It's still a pretty good card just to thin out the deck, though, so I really like it. It's awesome. Really good card. He is bringing some of the old support, but I'm going to be covering the new support for this one. So he's also bringing Evil Tile Lagosucho. So this guy is a new card that, well, at least new to Duel Links. But this guy's not bad, actually. He's got 2 different effects, and both of them are pretty decent. It says when this card is normal summoned, you can send 1 Evil Sar monster from your deck to the graveyard. Pretty okay skill. Put something in the grave. Maybe if you want to use some what is it, like Powerful Rebirth or whatever to revive it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's the combo. But there's probably other ways to abuse that. But he also has another effect that says when this card is flipped face up, you can special summon 1 Evil Tile monster from your deck, which I think is the better skill. So putting him in defense might be the better way to run it. But here's the thing: like running flip effects nowadays is like, who wins with that, dude? But it's still pretty okay, because it can let you bring out a Evil Tile straight from the deck, which can try to block another hit. And I think if you summon like a YuGiOh or something, you can then tribute it, and then like Econ take or whatever, or do whatever you need to do on your opponent's turn. And then YuGiOh summons another monster because it summons when tributed. So yeah, it's not a bad card. I kind of like him. I have 1 of each, and I've only farmed him like maybe 5 or so times successfully. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys the decks now, though. Okay, so deck number 1 is my Cloud Farm deck. I'm using Life Point Boost Alpha because it's just probably the best skill for these decks, because 3,000 life point boost can help you like not get completely OTK'd, and it can help you just completely set up and just maybe benefit you in the very end, so you can have more life points so you can actually deal lethal, or at least get the farm condition. Because yeah, we're using the Winged Dragon of Ra. I'm using a bunch of Cloudy Boys over here. You can actually replace some of these, but he doesn't really have any back row that's scary, so I didn't really see the need to run the other back row guy, the one that destroys back row, but you can run him if you want. I'm using 2 copies of Ladybug. This is just so we can get them heals. This is basically your full-on healer in this deck. If you really want, you can probably run Solemn Wishes as well, but I don't like Solemn Wishes that much. It's a little bit slow, and it clogs up your board as well, so that's a little bit questionable. So I just like the Ladybugs. They're pretty cool. They're pretty easy. I'm using 2 copies of Zeradias. This is pretty much a search card for Sanctuary in the Sky. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. You can also run her. You can also potentially use Raimei in the deck. Raimei is pretty cool because she will search your Ladybugs. Having the Sanctuary in the Sky is really good. Another card you could potentially run is Spirit Barrier. Spirit Barrier is another really good card that you can use to kind of work as another copy of Sanctuary in the Sky. It does clog your back row, though, so that's the only reason I'm not running it. But it's still an option in case you don't have this or you don't have this. So yeah, you can go ahead and run Spirit Barrier as well. You can run Raimei. It's up to you. If you're missing 4 cards, you can add 3 copies of Spirit Barrier, maybe 1 Raimei, just so you can get the light and Ladybugs as soon as possible. Because remember, these are your only healers, so if they're at the bottom of the deck, that is not a good thing. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Let's go ahead and show off a game with it. All right. first up, let's go ahead and show off that Cloud deck. Clouds are very, very simple. I got a replay, basically, so I don't have to do the whole, like, live duel thing, especially because I don't want to do that twice. So, yeah, we got Life Point Boost Alpha, probably one of the best skills for both of these decks. So, like I said, we got a pretty okay hand, not the best hand, because we do not have the protection, like Life Point protection stuff. But it's still pretty good because we can sit on a large cloud and pretty much just defend ourselves by reducing damage. So, and also the fact that we have Cloudy and Squall is really, really good because this card is just going to make me, like, pop off and mess up his hand every turn. So, we didn't draw the card we needed, but we did get a housekeeping, which is an alright thing. But yeah, basically going to use the effect of this thing to mess him up. I like how they messed up the cloud counter on here, and it shows that face of that one guy, which is interesting. So he's going to do his thing. This is the one dangerous thing. This is the reason why I can't recommend using YuGiOh, because Diplo will mess up your field spell and he will just all in on your monster. YuGiOh will miss timing, by the way, so yeah, that's why I just can't recommend YuGiOh. But right now, we've basically been using that to just kind of block as much as possible. Altus is at least a little bit large. He's 1300 instead of being too small. But we do have Sanctuary, so we're done taking damage. From here on, it's going to be all up in the life point game. So, this card is really good, though. Evo-Diversity is such a cool card. That free search, not bad at all. But I got one of those as well. So, I basically have the ability to search another copy of Sanctuary. And now that I have that, I mean, I can possibly just use my Good Goblin. So I can use that, put my card back, and yeah, not bad at all. So there's some set cards. I have Divine Punishment set. I only really have Divine Punishment so I can mess up Diplo. Diplo, using his ability to destroy my Sanctuary or back row, whatever, can get really annoying, so I just want to protect against that. But of course, we got all the heals and all the stuff. At this point, we basically just win as long as he can't summon any more Diplo. So at this point, yeah, it's pretty good. He is going to go for the tribute, though, so it doesn't matter. So he's got this guy out here, Superconductor Tyranno, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. But we are still going to be able to do our thing. And hey, we got a Cloudy and Stratus who's able to pop. So that's pretty nice. And we get the ability to search again. So yeah, pretty good so far. I mean, the deck is pretty spicy, able to kind of defend. Now, it isn't the fastest deck. That's the only reason why I can't. I don't know, like, I can recommend it, but the only reason I don't like playing it as much is because it's just really slow. But if you're willing to put up with the slowness of the deck and get a guaranteed victory, then good luck. That's something I can recommend. But if not, then stick around for the other deck. But yeah, we got the Cloudians doing their thing. Awesome, very, very nice. Popping just because we can. Summon a third one. Altus is out here, mainly because I just want 3 monsters. Also, the glossy points do add up. So I'm able to switch these guys out by switching them to defense too. So look at that. I drew an Altus and it's glossy. I can literally replace that right now. It doesn't matter if I have 4 counters. So summon this guy. He's out here getting his counters back. That's fine. We don't really need to destroy his stuff because we can't, because we only have 1 counter on him. But now we would have to. So yeah, it's pretty much all it comes down to. And I'm just waiting until that last turn to finally summon Roth. So yeah, take away his hand, do that, just because. Yeah, at this point, I'm just maximizing glossy points, but it's finally time to end this farm. Let's go ahead and do all the things, all the heals, all the messing up his hand, popping his monsters. We're going to be doing all that stuff right now, so look at this guy. Bam, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away too. I still have enough to pop like 6 more times or something, 4 more times probably. So then we tribute. We have our Winged Dragon Raw. We don't really have to worry about back row since it's all like evil stuff, so we're good, dude. Battle and GG. So there you guys have it, and it does guarantee 10k. I know because we have like an extra 1,000 points. So yeah, pretty nice indeed. So fair enough. Let's go ahead and show off the other deck. Okay, and here's the other deck. You guys saw the clouds. That was the budget option. This one's a little bit more expensive. I'm using 2 copies of slime. You don't need 2 copies of slime. Honestly, you don't really need any copies of slime. I've had wins where I never use slime. 3 of this is just essential. Night Howl is really good. Revive this thing, synchro for 10. Bam. a free 3000 beater. I have had situations where he has his ultimate Tyranno guy or whatever, not the 33, the whatever, the 3000 one, and I'll just crash my DDD High King Alexander into him. If he tries to tribute summon the 3300, you do have your Dark Contract with the Witch to boost up your stuff. You can use it in damage step to boost up your monster's attack, so he'll lose this thing, or you can just, like, I don't know, you could just activate it and he won't be able to do anything, because he tends to not use the burn effect, which is interesting, but yeah. So you can use that. And now as for the other lineup, I'm using the Pendragon at 3, I'm using Pendragon at 3. These are the more budget options, so you can definitely max out on these guys. Now, I am using 3 copies of Dark Contract with the Gate, 2 copies of Dark Contract with the Swamp King, and 1 copy of Forbidden Dark Contract with the Swamp King. But the only reason I'm using these is these are essential because the heals, this is how you're going to be healing, because you're going to be summoning your Oracle King to Arc, and then these become plus 1,000 life points every turn, so you could potentially heal 3,000 life points per turn. If you have this card, though, this is a 2,000 life point damage, so 2,000 life point heal, so this card can, like, raise your life points a lot. But it's a little bit risky to have on the field, so if for whatever reason he runs over your Oracle King to Arc, you're going to have to, like, try to get rid of this in some way. It's not as versatile as this card, but if you really want, you can max out on this as well. It's up to you, but I'm basically just going for the heals and the draw power. But yeah, I'm using these guys. You can probably get away with running 2 copies of each of these, adding another copy of this, and maybe, I don't know, not running Slime. You can still kind of do stuff. You just really need them cards. Also, instead of life point boost, you could probably consider using Restart in those situations. But yeah, the searches are like kind of out of this world. You get a lot of searches. It's really, really good. And yeah, it's just a really, really good deck. This card will let you pop everything. You're going to have a lot of cards in hand at the end. And yeah, let's go ahead and show off this deck. Alright, so this is the other deck that I was talking about. So now we have Blair over here. So with Blair, you can use whatever skill you want, but I just decided Life Point Boost Alpha was best. But yeah, like at first, you can go skillless if you want to. It's just really easy. But here's the thing about this deck. This is a, I think, mini box deck, so you might not have it. So if you don't have it, go ahead and stick with the Clouds. They are pretty much the most budget and free-to-play deck you can use. But yeah, I am using this deck. I also do have pretty much all the SRs and stuff for this deck. I only have 2 Slimes, so it's not like I'm full-on maxing out. Hold on, that was my phone trying to tell me to drink water. But yeah, so like I said, there we are. We're able to battle. We're able to deal damage because our win condition is raw. So we don't care if he does take damage. But look at him trying to pop off right now. Trying to summon Ultimate Tyranno. A big, scary dino boy. So the thing about Ultimate Tyranno is he's able to attack everybody. And then he can attack with other monsters. So he's really, really good at like OTKing and just messing you up. So right now, it would be a dangerous situation. But I do have this card, so hey, Dark Contract with the Witch. Basically, I power up, so not bad. Also, we drew the exact perfect card we needed because you pretty much want this setup. You want a Dark Contract with the Gate, you want the Fusion one, and you want the Trap. So you can pretty much essentially pop whatever you want, you can fuse whatever you want, and you can search every turn. So it's just really, really good. Now we have an Alexander out here. Alexander's just to have extra monsters. I went for a double Oracle King to Arc. That means if they do somehow, for whatever reason, happen to kill one, which they won't, he can't do it. But if he does somehow kill one, yeah, we would basically not get burned. Which is still fine. It's not like a burn will kill me. I'll just fuse again. So yeah, that's why I'm maxing out on Oracle King Dark because just the heals are essential for this deck. Now I also have that Tribute Summon because it does give me Tribute Summon points. I literally just get a free monster and he will be special summoning. So if he went for Diplo, he could have popped whatever back row card he wants. And I think whatever he chooses might be the Fusion card. I think that's the one he naturally swings for. So that's cool. But yeah, the Dark Contract with the Gate is really, really good. And Witch is also really, really awesome. So now we're doing this. And we're basically just going to be passing every single turn until we're just having a ton of cards in hand and a whole bunch of life points. I'm going to be searching and battling every turn. That's pretty much all I'm doing, just so he can't have monsters. But there's the Diplo. He's going to pop the middle. Alright, so he pops the Fusion card. That's pretty much what he wants to hit because he doesn't want me to fuse. I guess that's his programming. There we go. And it's that last turn finally. And yeah, as you can see, the deck is a little bit faster because you don't have to worry about too much. But it's essentially similar to the Cloudian. So I went for the pop right there just to leave them open. And then I'm going for all the plays that I could possibly do. Just all the heals, all the things. Look at that. 30k life points is pretty huge. Now I have Winged Dragon of Raw. And just to show off that it's not the final play, just in case, yeah, it's an actual monster or whatever, I can actually still fuse for whatever reason. Maybe he kept the monster on board or whatever. I can still go for this guy, which is a little bit dangerous because he deals piercing. You don't want to end it with him. But then Raw just attacks and GG. So, as you can see, you got the power to pretty much do whatever you really need to in this deck. It's a very, very good deck. Loser second, by the way. And there you go. Both decks will guarantee 10k points. It also, I guess, kind of depends on glossies and stuff. But yeah, because I have like 10,000, like 100 maybe. So yeah, both will guarantee you 10k. So good luck with the farm. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed and good luck on this farm. Dude, there's so much stuff to like cover, but I'm going to be trying to cover it. But yeah, GG, that's pretty much it. And if you guys enjoyed, go and leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Duel Links shenanigans. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great day and see you guys.